In my hands is the rotating flasher you're about to see with the salmon biting the fly. However, we took the hook and we bent it over like so. Boy, these are tough hooks too, but you bend it over, right? And then when the fish comes to bite, they won't get hooked. They'll just bite it and go away, bite it and go away. The fly we were using is called the Bruce. Purple with a little bit of white. We do at times use old polar bear hair, but no longer. But it's a bucktail fly, pink in color in some areas, hot purple in others. But this is the fly that generally we use out on the waters of Puget Sound. We call it the Bruce. And if I show you the hooks, now these are DrTHOKE hooks. You can't buy these in a store. But you see the point on that hook? The way that it's all shaped? And if I turn it this way for you, you see how it goes in line with the shank? That gives you your best hooking power. It's real important you understand how hooks work. And of course, we always have a barbless hook so that you follow state regulations for catching salmon. But the point needs to go up. So when the fish comes to bite the hook, you see, if this represents the fish's mouth, you know how they kind of have that hook nose? And this is the hook, right? So if the fish comes to bite, he comes in, he grabs on, and look where that point is going. The point is going upward, isn't it? So when the fish comes to bite, where's it going to get him? Deep into the nose, into the eyes, into the head. And if you run two of them dogs together, close like I'm doing here, and maybe one rotating off to the side, and then up in this area, you see this little wire here? If you put a herring strip on it and tuck it in and hold it there, the herring strip then hangs down in between the hooks. See that? Yeah, so this fly system that I use on my charters for over 30 years and have won the derbies I've won, I'm sharing everything with you in this DrTHOKE secret tricks. So that's the fly. Now on the flasher that you see in the video, since we bent the hook over so they won't stay hooked but they'll bite it time and time again, we've been able to study how the flasher attracts them with the movement of the fly. And it's kind of like a darting movement. And as the fly darts, you'll notice that the salmon, you swing their heads side to side like so. As the fly moves, they move with it. And you notice that when they come through, they're coming through at this angle of the fly. They're coming through it this way. When you watch the video, you'll see a lot of things that you'll learn. So as this is the same flasher on the video, by the way, this won the South Sound Pro-Am Derby, 17-pound coho. How about that? On the Bruce. This is one of my derby winning flashers that are in my display. No longer is it fished, it's retired, but it's earned its keep. Glow in the dark on one side with white paint. You see, the glow in the dark is maybe too bright. And so when you tone it down with just pure white paint over the glow and leave the ends exposed, you get a little bit more, I think, action of the flasher with the fish not being spooked by that boom, that big bright light. Some people think brighter is better. Well, maybe so, but I've learned to kind of tone it down a little bit. Then on this side, I have the chartreuse, the bright yellow, with the white, and then I put some prism tape on it, this way. The nose of the flasher is bent at a particular angle that's important for the spin. The tail, we call this, remember the old days when they had that beer commercial, Suds McKenzie, you know, right? This is a snow ski. The little dog, remember when you go down the hill? Doesn't that look like a snow ski to you? The whole idea of the bend is when you pull the boat out of gear and you drop down those ledges for those big boys, those kings, the slabs, the pigs, the hogs, however you want to say it. Sweet! The flasher continues to rotate with the boat in neutral. And when it drops right to the seafloor and you hit that gas and you hit the speed, the big bend takes over and makes it rotate out of there. And boom, boom, you got him. All right? So that's why I use the big bend in the flasher. This is a DrTHOKE flasher. I no longer sell them, but if you get a hold of me, I will look at what you have and see if I can't improve the bend for you. All right? So now, let's take a look at the rotating flasher. You see how the salmon comes up to bite it? It's just rotating smoothly. Not getting hit, are they? They're not hooked, are they? They're hitting it, but they're not hooked. See that? Again, watch the rotation of this flasher. And as we talked in our last video, that when it went from side to side, one way rotated to the left, the other side of the boat rotated to the right, and I believe that really improves your bites. The fish get attracted to that double motion movement, as you see here. And we bent this hook over, but as you see, as hard as I try just to understand what's going on, they can't leave it alone, and now I have a fish on. What am I going to do about it? Wow. Until next time, everybody, be safe out in the water. Always wear your life jacket. And make sure, please, you have your punch card out so when you do start catching fish, you're not going to get ticketed. All right? Bye-bye, everyone.